Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS. If you're new, welcome and welcome back to our regular community. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin trading at 47,253, up 1.6%. Ethereum 3268, up 1.34%. Looking at the Ethereum tokens, Theta is up 9.91%. Link up 6.87%. I have two missions: to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, and to help you to attain inner and outer peace, fulfillment, and happiness as you become wealthier. Success is far more than just money. It's about real wealth. Real wealth includes things like fulfillment and meaning, inner and outer peace, as well as security. I'd like to introduce you to KS Zone Analysis. These are the 4 stages that investors and traders progress through to become consistently profitable. Zone 1 is the fear zone. Zone 2 is the blame zone. Zone 3 is patience and rule zone. And Zone 4 is the meaning zone. The first zone, the fear zone, is the zone of inactivity. It's really the zone of observation. It's very hard for people, investors or traders, to pull the trigger because they see how dramatically price can move up or down. They fear losing money. The second zone is the blame zone. This is predicated on the concept fear, uncertainty, and doubt to cause people to sell, and FOMO, fear of missing out, to cause people to buy. When investors or traders act on fear, it's natural for them to blame. It takes a lot of courage to get out of the fear zone. It takes independence to go into Zone 3. Zone 3 is the patience and rule zone. It is built on probabilistic fearlessness. That is, having probabilities accrue to understand the general trend of the market, to do the analysis on the charts, to understand when and where to buy or sell. That is really related to probabilistic fearlessness, a very hard thing to come by. Over the past episodes, I've been teaching you many rules that have taken me decades to acquire. Those rules are incredibly important. Patience is also very important. To know when to buy and when to sell takes patience. Zone 4 is the meaning zone. This is all about integrity, honor, self-worth. These are all the things that make life worth living. Money without meaning is just money. It doesn't change people's direction internally. It doesn't give them inner peace. There are many highly competent investors and traders in Zone 3. Those people have not yet reached Zone 4. Zone 4 is a difficult zone to reach. Our channel, our community is all about getting you to Zone 4. Success exists outside your fear zone. It's really important to keep this quote in mind. Rule 174, the T-cube method, trend, timing, and trigger. We're going to look at trend right now. Through the KS process, looking through the headlines of the Wall Street Journal, we see Japan's economy expands slightly in the second quarter. The US economy is likely to outgrow China's in the short term. Nancy Pelosi is looking at advancing the infrastructure and budget framework at the same time. In this week ahead, we'll have retail sales, industrial output, and the Fed minutes published. The Delta variant is dampening consumer demand and raising costs. China's attempt to reduce debt is putting strain on the Chinese market, and the Hyatt plans to buy Apple Leisure Group for $2.7 billion. We're always interested in asset substitutability. The S&P 500, the proxy for stocks, is up 32%. Gold is down 10%, Bitcoin is up 292% for the past year. One of the most important things in investing and trading is to understand the trend. Bitcoin is very powerful in the crypto ecosystem. In fact, no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. It's so critical to know which direction Bitcoin is going in. That's why we need to look at the trend. If Bitcoin collapses or goes down, that will take your alt disproportionately with it. We just experienced that recently. It's so important to understand Bitcoin's trend. We look at the KS model, which is a crypto technical trading model based on institutional price psychology. We can see the current price action here. It's in the bull market psychology segment of the current run. The most important contribution of the KS model to crypto is to compare the same psychologies, sunlight to sunlight. That means bull market psychology to bull market psychology to bull market psychology, nighttime to nighttime, which is bear market psychology to bear market psychology. Now, why is it nighttime? Because when the rocket hits the moon and the moon says, "Get out of here, rocket, go back to Earth," people know prices are going to come down by realistically 85%. Of course, it's not a very pleasant time, but there's all sorts of opportunities that present themselves in bear markets. As we're in the bull market phase, it's important to look back at the previous bull market cycle. Here we can see that there was a sell-off, quite similar to what we experienced just now. There's a large rally. There was a large rally in the last cycle too. We saw about an 18% sell-off then an 86.67% rally, around 20% sell-off, 38% rally, 40% drop, 38% increase, 14% drop, 66% increase, 13% drop, 21% increase, 13% drop, 47% increase, 30% drop, and the finale was a 245.38% increase. This is what we refer to as an exponential blow off top. The important thing to understand, this is on a log scale. When you have exponentially increasing price on a log scale, it's going up really, really, really fast. The main takeaway from this is price is always moving in a wave. It's always going up and down, up and down. We compare this current cycle to the past cycle to understand how prices could potentially move. So let's have a quick look at Bitcoin's technical analysis. Bitcoin is currently trading at $47,330. It's pretty much just at support. We can see it's overcome an area of resistance. It's being maintained by an upward support line. That's quite good. We would expect prices to cradle here and potentially go up. The probabilities are that it's more likely for Bitcoin to rally than to reduce in price. But as a community, we always buy at support levels downwards. We know that Bitcoin is exponential by nature. It can whipsaw around a lot. It's an animal. So we have buy orders waiting in the community all the time, as low as we can go. A lot of technical analysts miss the point that crypto is a technology and it has an adoption curve. It's much more than just a chart. It represents the upgrade to the internet. The internet, which was born really around 1992, saw incredible growth and just changed the world. You can imagine if you lost your internet connection now, what would you do? It would be perplexing. It will be the same for crypto. Crypto is the incredible upgrade to the internet of value. It's going to change things globally. To understand just how fast the crypto internet is growing, in June of 2021, there are 221 million global crypto users. That was up 115 million new users in just 6 months. 6 months earlier, in January of 2021, there were 106 million users. You can understand crypto is much more than just a chart. When we look at the Bitcoin long view model, we can see phase 1, the psychological sunshine, is just getting started. You can also see that that red area, that's phase 2, that's the bear market. Even though that is an 85% reduction, the price of Bitcoin continues to rally skywards. This is a really cute thing here. This is Bitcoin in a car getting pulled over by a police officer. Bitcoin's ID card is $2. This particular thing was done when Bitcoin was $16,200. Bitcoin says, that's an old photo. Yeah, it really is. Bitcoin right now is 47,000. It's really good that you saw what an exponential blow off top looks like. That's point 1 in the past cycle. When we look at Bitcoin's action now, and Bitcoin is the leader of cryptocurrency, we can see that there is a bit of time to go before we get to that blow off top. Looking at realized cap hodl waves, in the past we've always had 3 spikes. We've had 1 now. We expect 2 more. When prices increase dramatically, we get a lot of relative unrealized profit. When that relative unrealized profit gets too high, prices sell down. We can see we've had 1 of those waves. We expect 2 more. When unrealized profits go exponential, we see a spike in the number of transfers to exchanges like this, as per the last cycle, the one that we just went through together. Look at the number of transfers right now. It's really, really low. This signifies that we're nowhere near a top. And this particular price action here, just before the current price action, didn't have a spike either. Looking at the stablecoin supply ratio SSR oscillator, this gives us an understanding that stablecoins are being fed into the market and fed into Bitcoin, supporting that upward movement in price. This is really, really positive stuff. After looking at that analysis, we can tell we're in the positive bull market psychological phase, and we have time to go. Now we need to look at health black swans as part of our early warning system. When we look at early warning systems, please do not get stuck in this fear zone. We're just looking at probabilistic fearlessness. I'm trying to aim you into zone 3 to learn all those foundations. Looking at the weekly trends, we can see our first decrease in the number of weekly cases. This is fantastic. This means that the world is getting a grasp on dealing with this virus. However, we also notice that cases in the last 7 days were 4,352,439. We still have a way to go, but we can see different countries are registering reductions in their weekly percent growth of cases. That's a really good sign. We can see global vaccinations continue to grow. Now, why is this a concern or something we should look at? Because it's always in the press. It's really important you understand the context. I always go to the source of integrity of the data. I show you the facts. Worldwide, we can see the share of people vaccinated against COVID. It's a very interesting diagram. It helps us to understand what is going on. Worldwide, we see the share of people fully vaccinated against COVID-19 is 23.51%, partially 7.73%, total 31.24%. Let's have a look across global market indexes. As we do this, it's important to always keep this in your mind. Deal with problems when they occur, not before. This is an absolute law of probabilistic fearlessness. It's really important. We'll quickly go through the major indices in the US and globally. The Nasdaq 100 was selling off a little. We can see this support line here. The S&P 500 was coming back to support as well. The Russell 2000 is showing weakness. The Dow Jones just coming back to support. Canada's market is under resistance. China's Shanghai Composite Index is maintaining support. China's Hang Seng Index was rejected by this resistance and has actually kind of lost this support. It's quite close. It's a little bit undecided at the moment. The Nasdaq Taiwan Index is under resistance. South Korea's Kospi 200 Index is under resistance and showing some major weakness. India's market is rallying off support. Japan's Nikkei 225 is now under resistance. Mexico's index is seeking to break above that resistance and turn it to support. Brazil's index has been under that resistance for a while. It's just broken through that support. It's under support currently. It's showing a bit of weakness. The UK's FTSE 100 is showing strength. Germany's DAX 30 has just retraced to support. Italy's market is showing a lot of strength. France's market is also showing strength. It just needs to get above that resistance. Australia's market is just under resistance. Spain's market is marching upwards. The Swiss market is under resistance. Singapore's market is showing a little bit of weakness. We've seen an increase in bonds back above support. We can see gold sold off quite significantly. It's recovered in price. We look at the relative strength. It's still increasing in relative strength. That's a good sign. Silver also sold off really hard. It's bounced back, but we can see the relative strength is decreasing with silver. We can see the dollar, the DXY, is coming back to test that support. We can see copper just coming down to test this support. Brent oil is testing support as well. We can see a little bit of weakness in light crude oil. I'd just like to extend a very warm thank you to everybody that reached out and donated at buymeacoffee.com/cryptotradingks. I know that's a sign of appreciation. I'm very, very grateful for it. Thank you so much. I hope you found the content useful. Please consider sharing it with friends and loved ones to help them to be more of a financial blessing to themselves and those they love. Thank you to our moderators for keeping our community safe from scammers. Please say hi and let me know where you're viewing from, and if you have any questions. If you would like updates on price movements in the crypto market, please subscribe to YouTube, and you can join on Facebook and follow on Twitter. I've left details in the description of this video. Please always remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, take care, and see you next time. Bye for